I'm so curious because I grew up watching always A Night at the Roxbury's, which was a movie based on a skit from SNL with Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan. And I like destroyed a VHS of that in the 90s, like watching it over and over again. But there's a famous scene where they describe being at a nightclub and waiting at a payphone, and they quote run into Emilio Estevez, and they say he turned around and it was the mighty Duckman himself, and Will Ferrell starts screaming Emilio, and I've wondered for so long if people harassed you with that in the late 90s, just screaming Emilio.
It continues to this day.
I knew it.
It never gets old. Let me tell you, Jay, it never gets old. No,
I wondered because as probably an immature 20-something-year-old, I probably would have screamed Emilio.
Well, you're doing it now.
I'm basically doing it now. I apologize.
No, in fact, I met Chris Kattan at an event. And he said he avoided me most of the day. He was just looking at me, just kind of giving me side eye. And he said he finally crept up to me and he says, you're not mad, are you? You're not mad." And I said, "About what?" He says, you know, about that thing. You're not. I said, "What thing?" He says, and then he yelled it. I was like, "Oh God!" Every head of the event turned, and I said, "Well, I wasn't mad until you just did that."
Right. So good.